welcome back to this link that you clicked on. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to click on the link to watch the video which I made of my messed up face. Yeah, so today we are going to redo some work that I've already done. Airplane flying by right now. Okay. I feel like now I'm entering a phase of wanting to kind of refine the car and get rid of some little things it's doing and make it like a total driver. So you saw the rear end. Before I do that, this is something I want to fix on the car up front, so I can actually go out and drive it first, because when I do the rear end, it's going to be down in just a little while. So I decided that I am going to get rid of the springs, the spring spacers, and we are going to a QA1 coilover. These are the single adjustables, but I'm not hardcore enough to need the double. And these lower 1 to 2 inches, but the car is approximately lowered 3. So I needed to gain an inch somewhere. Doesn't everybody? I mean, so yeah, stock spindles, I am switching to a drop spindle. So that's a 2-inch drop spindle. So I figured between the 2-inch drop spindle and adjusting this down to an inch, then I should be able to get the same ride height that I have now. Because even though it's low, I like it that way now, and I want to keep the front lower than the back. So that's what's happening. If I was just swapping over coilovers, oh my gosh, it would be easy job. But since I'm keeping it low, it's gonna have to be spindles too, which is gonna suck. So I'm just gonna start tearing apart. I'm gonna try and knock out one side really fast, kind of get my method down, and then jump to the other side and show you. So you guys will be quick. For me, it's gonna suck. So I got this first side apart, and this is the spacer, and it snapped right there in the corner. That could have been one of the pops I heard. So let's put that aside. I'm going to finish putting this side together, and then I'm going to show you the process on the other side. Alright guys, this side is done. I don't know if you can see that very well, but now I'm going to show you how to do the other side, and then we can be done. And it's sunny out, and we're either going to test drive it today or tomorrow. So you're going to have some feedback.
Okay, if you see right here, I got the nut back down, so there's a little gap. Same on here. I need to break these free. Okay, that one just popped right there. You gotta hit it pretty hard sometimes. Now the bottom, there it goes. See that pop? And I already know that there's not like a ton of pressure from these lowering springs because they're not as tall as regular ones. So I know I can just go ahead and lower this and it's not gonna like shoot out at me. Plus the shock is still in the center, so we're good. There's a spindle. Okay, so now that this is unhooked, I am going to take the shock out, which is easy. Up here. It looks like this one is actually still in really good shape, and this one didn't crack at all. So now I have to take out this spring cup right here and put in this mount for the coilover. This swaps out for that. So if you buy the A-arms, it actually comes with both. So let me swap these out real quick. Okay, here's just a quick comparison of the two. Coil spring, coil over. Now I just need to bolt this right there. Okay guys, so to prep this actually comes with this T-bar inside here for bolting to your stock location. So what you do is you have to pull up the snap ring on one side, hammer it out, pop in the sleeve right here, and this is the bolt. And then now we just got to get it in here, get the bolt started, and then we should be able to push the shock down and tip it up into the pocket. Before you put all this stuff in, you gotta put anti-seize all over these threads. So I'm gonna make a mess, put that on, and then continue on. In addition to this kit, I bought this needle bearing thrust washer, which will help adjust this while it's in the car and should make it a lot easier. I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize on that before I put it on here. Okay, spindle's on, shock is through. I just need to get a flashlight and look up into the spring pocket, make sure that the spring is seated properly. And if it is, then I'm gonna go ahead and put these ball joint nuts on and torque them down to spec, and then I'll start putting stuff back together. Okay, lock nuts are on there with the cotter pins. Coil's all bolted down to the mount. Shock is started. All that's left to do is to grease up this and put that stuff back on. So I feel like that stuff's pretty straightforward. I did in a different video, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this greased up and put it on. Sway bar, I'll do that very last once everything is adjusted. Once I got the height adjusted, then sway bar will go on. But until that point, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it loose. So I'm just gonna get the arm ready, pieces, whatever, you know. Okay, issue. This bracket needs to fit right here. And the problem is that this corner right here, this hits this. You can see those scratch marks right there. And it's not used, so I'm gonna take a cutting wheel and I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna cut that ear off. Because this will not sit flat. So that's what I'm gonna do. Bullseye! You get it? Huh? What? I smacked a piece of metal off and it went right to the camera. There we go. Fits with no interferences. Now I can properly put this back together. Key to a good proper protection is to paint it while it's hot. Perfect. Oh, perfect. All right, all that's left to do is to put the wheels on, clean up a little bit, check the height of the car compared to what it was before, check my alignment, sway bar, and we're good. So I'm gonna try and knock out just a little bit more stuff, and man, I'm freaking tired, so I'm gonna keep going. Alright, let's see how bad it really is. So, when I first measured on this side, I was 23.5, and that was to right here. Let's take a little look. (22 7/8). That down. First try is 22 7/8. Let's go to the other side. It definitely looks lower. It's over ½ inch lower. Okay, this side, when I first did it, when I first checked it, it was 23 5/8. This side was an 1/8 inch higher. 22 5/8. 22 5/8. 5/8. Okay. Here we are. Driver's side, we have to go up like a whole inch. And passenger side, we got to go up like 5/8. I guess that's not that bad. But I guess now we're gonna find out how well those little roller washer things do for adjusting. So I don't know how much cranking is gonna affect it. So I'm gonna put it back on these ramps because I can't reach under there. So I'm gonna put it on these little ramps, measure off these, and then we'll start raising it up. You're probably wondering why don't I just keep it this low? Because I have a curb leaving my street and I rub headers on it every single time. No matter how low rider I get leaving out of here, it's rubbing a header every time. Coming in is okay because I can get like a really steep angle, but all right, I'm so tired. I gotta adjust these. Almost done. All right, guys, check this out. Almost just a hair under 23.5. Right at on the money, 23.5. I'm gonna call that good for driving it a little bit because maybe the springs will settle. So I'm going to lift the carb again, get it up on my little mini ramps, do the sway bar, and tighten the lock nuts on the coilovers, and call this job done for now until I need to adjust it again, maybe check it after driving it, but it's freaking pouring down rain. Anyways, whatever. I did it. I'm all done. All done. Now the only thing I have to do is to hope tomorrow is nice weather. And sorry guys, I'm freaking tired. Take this for a drive. So I'm really hoping it rides better. If if the video is gonna end now, if it's rainy tomorrow, and I'm sorry, or if the next scene is me driving, then you know the weather got good tomorrow. So I'll talk to you guys later. Okay guys, car's running like the first time in like a month. And it's got a nappy sound down here. What the hell is that? All right, we're going for it. First drive and it's acting really weird. Big test is going to be pulling out of my driveway and seeing if it creaks and pops like it used to. Feel that's great. This is going to be a very short-lived video.
I'm rubbing, guys, so I need to like take this back and readjust, but still does decent. Just a leaf. Huh? Oh my gosh, it's running! We got some more work to do. It's rubbing, but I feel like it rides a little bit better anyways. It's just we're rubbing. We can't go on like this, but that'll be next video.